impressions from UW Huskies' 59-14 victory over Idaho Vandals. No. 8. Washington improved to 2-0 with a 59-14 victory over Idaho on Saturday afternoon before an announced crowd of 60,678 at Husky Stadium. Here are early impressions from Seattle Times reporters Adam Jude and Percy Allen. Adam Jude's impressions. 1. Bullish on Browning. How about these numbers for sophomore QB Jake Browning? 23 of 28 passing for 294 yards, 5 touchdowns, and a 229.3 QB rating. Doesn't get much better than that. Browning's 5 TD passes, 2 to Dante Pettis, 2 to John Ross, 3 and another to Chico McClatcher, tied the UW single-game record, after Buda Baker forced an Idaho fumble on the opening kickoff. Browning scrambled to his right and hit Pettis in stride in the back of the east end zone to give the Huskies a 7-0 lead just 16 seconds into the game. The Huskies then scored 28 points in the second quarter to build the 35-0 halftime lead. Going back to last season, this was the 5th consecutive game that the Huskies scored 40 points, the first time in school history they've done that. It's also the longest active streak in the nation. 2. Big hits. Baker, UW's standout safety, set the tone on the game's opening kick with a crushing hit on Idaho's Callan Hightower, forcing a fumble. UW's Keyshawn Bierria recovered at the 21-yard line, and the UW offense scored on the next play, with Idaho threatening later in the first quarter. Safety Joe McIntosh forced a fumble that Azim Victor recovered at the goal line, keeping the first half shutout intact. UW's defense also stopped the Vandals twice on 4th down and held them to just 9 yards on 14 plays in the second quarter. 3. Run it up. The good news is standout sophomore running back Myles Gaskin got in the end zone for the first time this season, scoring on a 7-yard run late in the second quarter. Bad news. For the second straight week, UW's rushing attack underwhelmed. Held to 91 yards, 3.0 yards per rush, the Huskies couldn't sustain any momentum on the ground against Idaho, posting 91 yards on 23 carries through 3 quarters. Gaskin had 67 yards on his 12 carries, averaging a solid 5.6 yards per carry, but it's surely an area the Huskies will need to address going forward.